Hey guys, it's Tim. My talk for today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about knee health, specifically deceleration. OTAs have started for football. We have basketball players that come up here, baseball players, any kind of athlete in general. We're only going to be as fast as our body knows how to decelerate. So our body is never going to take us to a point where it won't be able to absorb the force that we're producing. So if you want to train faster, you got to learn how to slow down. So what I want to do today is kind of go over a few exercises. One is a warm-up, one is a body weight movement. Another one is going to be more of an impactful movement. Again, through sport, through impact, we're always putting force into the ground. We need to make sure we know how to properly slow down so that we can get faster. Let's go. So the first exercise we're going to go over is actually done on the treadmill. It's a little bit of an incline treadmill, and we're going to turn around and we're actually going to go backward, back pedal up that treadmill. So what we're doing is kind of working the deceleration muscles, kind of priming them, getting some good blood flow to those areas, make sure those muscles are nice and warm, nice and loose. If the treadmill is a little too scary for you to go in an incline, you don't really feel comfortable holding on, my little suggestion would be the back pedal on the sled. Again, take the two handles, stick them in, a little bit of weight, kind of stay down in a little bit of a crouch position, kind of mimicking that angle, and all we're doing is slowly backpedaling. Again, all we're trying to do is get the blood to pump through the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, make sure everything's nice and loose. Movement number two is going to be more of a bodyweight exercise, a little bit more of a stabilization exercise. You'll see these OTAs. The Steelers rookie receiver, Jeremy Bernard, was practicing this movement the other day at camp. He had cones in front of him and he was decelerating into the cone, kind of a high knee into a deceleration. We don't necessarily need to do specifically that movement, but what we can do is more of a lunge, decelerate, and then accelerate back into a single leg stabilization. So again, if we don't know how to properly slow ourselves down, we're gonna be kind of all over the place. About 10 each leg, nothing too crazy. Again, we're just trying to train your body to be adaptive. We don't necessarily need to fatigue it out too much. It's more about fast twitch muscle fiber. Third exercise we're gonna do to complete this little series is a depth drop. So we can do it on any bench. I would recommend typically over on the plyo boxes. But basically what you're gonna do is stand up on a plyo box. We're gonna step off, and as you step off, you're gonna land evenly, but I want you to land on both legs. We're gonna decelerate evenly, kind of in that athletic position. I don't wanna land too deep into a squat. I also don't wanna land real rigid, because that's not athletic. I wanna land soft, absorbing on my knees, using my muscles of my hips and my glutes, my legs to absorb that force. Start off on something low. It doesn't have to be too crazy. We have smaller plyo boxes over there. Work yourself up to something higher for those athletes. But again, absorbing force, we're only going to be able to produce it if we can absorb it. So remember, strength is knowledge, knowledge is strength. Peace.